Hi, Stitchers! Welcome to the Pattern Queens episode number 40!
40!
Today is Sunday, August 2nd, and I'm Laura.
And I'm Katie.
And this is a channel about cross-stitch, and silliness, and rambles, and friendship.
Oh, I thought it was shenanigans.
And
shenanigans!
they're always last.
That's a lot of things this channel's about.
Yeah, well, they all happen during the episode, so we have to say all that.
You have to give them a warning. Is it like the caution thing at the beginning, or the
Yes.
FBI warning at the beginning of a DVD?
There you go. So we're late filming this morning because we had to go get the coffee.
Yes.
You know, nothing happens without the coffee. I don't even do caffeine, and we have to have the coffee.
I do caffeine. I take her caffeine and I put it in my coffee.
That's called an extra shot. So it looks like that I am going to have, there we go, maybe I can tilt these a little bit, some issues with the door being open. We're trying to get some natural light in here. It's not so hot today.
And the sun just came out.
And it's
like,
just
oh.
beautiful. We got so many comments last week congratulating us on making the 24 hours.
Yay!
And we wanted to say thank you all for commenting. And I really don't think, did you have to frog anything?
No, I don't think so. Not from the 24 hours.
Me either.
I did frog during the 24 hours a lot, but that's just because I had a hard time with the fabric that I was working on, the even weave, and I would do like a half stitch thing instead of a full.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than that, but I don't even think that was a tired eyes. That was just it. I'm having a hard time with that fabric.
Okay, so talking about a hard time with fabric. I don't know what it is, but I think my hands, the arthritis has just gotten real enough that I've started using a hoop. And, you know, I used a hoop ages and ages and ages ago, but I've started using a hoop again. And this is one of the ones that I use, and I love it.
Because it's purple. No.
It's blue.
It looks, in the slide it looks purple.
But it's just a ring that goes inside here, although it does challenge me to get it. And I can't do it with my left hand, obviously, to get it in there. And I just like it because then I can hold it much easier. So we've also noticed that we've had several of you join us. We think probably from the Hogwarts retreat.
Well, Black Needle Society Instagram. Hi,
yes. So that's exciting. Thank you for joining us.
I was going to say, with your hoop, though, you're not... So what I don't like about a hoop is the up, down, like you have to push the needle through and then come around to the top and then pull it up. Mama is able to leave it loose enough in that kind of hoop that she can still do her sewing method.
Yes, and it's gone really quickly. But I noticed I tried to do a little piece on my 36 count that's a little more dense in hand, and I was like, no, where is my hoop? So I had to get it out and work on it that way.
She's been converted.
Keisha, do you hear that? I'm using a hoop. Okay, let's jump right into this and let's announce some winners. Let's spin.
Okay, so first up, last week we had 4 patterns that you could comment about and win. So first up is Back from the Past, Honey.
And there are a bunch of you on this wheel that I'm going to spin. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. This is the exciting part.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, Christy Dame.
Dame.
Then you win the honey chart. You want to write that
Okay,
one
so my job now is to be secretary.
down?
So Christy, send not a comment, send a message,
email.
or an email. Yep, you do
And
this.
it's in the drop down. So if you just send an email to the address in there with your mailing address, and please tell us which chart you won. We're putting a sticky on here, but please tell us anyway. Then we will get these out to you. By the way, I'm going to say real quick, we have not gotten out last week's charts, but we will get them all out this week.
Yes.
If you did not win the honey chart, there is one more chance. So, okay, next up is Cats and Bats and Witches. You guys had some of the most fun comments. They were great to read. We love that.
Okay, so who's it going to be?
Oh, Kathy Sonnenberg. Kathy, congratulations.
I'm gonna get this down by the end. La la la. I'm just gonna sit here and look.
She's such a pretty girl, isn't she? So yes, Kathy, that is one of the ones that is on the cardstock, so it's a nice copy.
Yes.
We will get that out in the mail to you. Okay, next up we have All Hallows Eve. I know I clicked the wrong one there.
There we go. Trying to get it without reflection.
Okay, and see we have our big full wheel again. Here we go. Lisa Pearl. Okay, now we act like that because we actually have met Lisa in person.
Yes, we actually took her birthday present this week.
Yes, so everybody wish Lisa happy birthday. Just a little bit late because she will love that. She was doing a stitch along. Hashtag Lisa's birthday Sal.
Oh, we'll talk about that later. I
Instagram.
think you might too, right?
I don't think I ever tagged mine. I was bad. And the last one up is Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
Cute one.
I think we need to have a Hocus Pocus watch along and stitch on this at the same time. Okay.
Here we go.
I could watch Hocus Pocus all year long.
Oh, I got to spin again. It was somebody who had already won. We're going to try again. Oh, cool. Catherine Evenson.
I was going to say Evanson.
Oh, Katie says it that way. Guess what? You spell your Catherine the same way my Catherine spells hers. So she knows how to do that
the same way I spell mine. Like this person didn't decide the spelling for me. Well, I don't know. Did you decide or did Dad?
I chose the name and Dad chose the spelling.
Okay.
Okay, so those are our winners for this week. Stay tuned till the end and we will have some more that we are going to draw for next week. But you have to stay tuned to find out. So next up, let's jump right into it. We're going to do our
I was going to say no commercial break.
No commercial break. We're going to do our stash. You want to start with yours?
I'm afraid to show mine. Okay, so we're all just going to take a minute to laugh because I had told Mom earlier this week that, we went to Cecilia's this week on Monday. And
things that happen at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That's not when we left. That's when Katie suggested it.
Yeah. So, but we went to Cecilia's and I got some stuff and I'll show you that in a minute. And then after that trip, I was like, okay, I think I'm set. I don't need to get anything else really. I got all this stuff and I kind of got the last piece of what I need for a start. And so really I shouldn't go crazy anymore. Yeah. Then our LNS had a sale on Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll start with the stuff that's out.
This one is so cool.
Okay, such
what
a cool.
Count is this?
This is 30 count. Fabric from the Primitive Hair. So in all of the pictures,
either way,
in all of the pictures that I've seen, I thought it was so much bigger than this.
Yeah, that's tiny. Like that's not even an eighth of a yard. I don't think.
And it's expensive for that. Yeah, it's 30 count. So yeah, but it's cool. I don't know what I'm going to do on it, but I thought I was going to do red on it. Actually, I remembered now, because when we were there, I was like, oh, I thought of the perfect project to go on it. And I thought red from Mirabilia, because, the woods and all of that.
Oh, which would have been really cool.
I don't even know if she'd fit if I did her 1/1 on here.
I don't think so.
So, and we're going to save it. It's cool. It's really cool. So we're going to save it. I love Primitive Hair patterns. I'm sure I will find something from Primitive Hair to do on this. So, then, so exciting. I got thread.
What are your threads for?
My threads are for, Baltimore salt box.
Uh-huh.
I have to think if I got it right. There you go.
Aren't they pretty?
So I can do yet another Americana piece, even though it's no longer July.
You're so funny.
What
freebie did you get? Do you know?
I don't, and I didn't bring it in.
This is the one I got. Love is Kind. Isn't that cute? From Hands On Designs.
And then the last... Oh, wait, no. I have more patterns. So then I picked up this pattern, which I actually just saw online, and I think I added to my cart on Kitten Stitcher, but didn't check out yet. So I was able to pick it up in person. Bittersweet September from Blackbird Designs. It is part of their Reward of Merit pin keeps, which I've bought a few of these now. I think it's a really cute series.
Let me see. I was trying to decide, is that the one I said I had? No, I don't think I have that one.
This is what Mom thinks that she has, which is Earthly Treasures from Plum Street.
And if Mom has it...
Well, it's fine, because I'm not nice to patterns. I don't pass the stash very often, because my patterns don't survive me.
You just have to know.
Yeah.
I got one in a round robin from her, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Next is I Rest Thy Needle, which is from Brenda Gervais. This was on the 50% off table, and I had never seen this one. And I thought it was cute. I mean, it's a smaller design for sure, but I just thought it was just cute, and it would make like a really good exchange piece to stitch or something like that. So, and then the whole reason that we went to Cecilia's, and I suggested it at 3 a.m. This is not my pattern. This is ours. So they have a secret stash of these A Most Noble Pursuit patterns, which is a collaboration between 10 different designers. You get these 10 different patterns. And it's from 2006, and it's out of print.
I'm going to show you this so that if that's something you want, you can contact them.
Okay, so it has Primitive Traditions, Hands to Work, Bright Needle, The Work Basket, Praiseworthy Stitches, Patricia Ann Designs, With My Needle, La-Di-Da, Stitch and a Prayer, and Carriage House Samplings.
And it is fabulous, you guys.
Okay, and my suggestion is to go on the website and look at their picture of this. If you go to Cecilia's website, they have a picture on there.
Yeah, this is
picture,
small, right?
This picture is not something that would honestly sell me on the pattern. I just think the colors came out really weird on this photograph. We saw it in person, and it's so much cooler. They have a stitched model there, but I also saw it online, which is why I had even wanted to look for it when we got to the shop.
And that's the flyer we got on it.
Yeah.
Which also has their information on the bottom. And they are open on Monday, so so if you want to shop on Monday, there you go.
They have a good chunk of the primitive hair patterns there, and the fabric. They have a little bit of everything there, I feel like. So, okay, and the last thing I got from them, and I have to show a whip on here, because, oh wait, no, it's not this one. It's not that one. It's this one.
Well, you can show just the picture and then show the rest during whips.
The picture, I'm showing this.
Oh, okay. We can show it where the whip isn't. It won't matter, right?
I got this glorious.
You want me to hold one side?
Glorious piece of fabric. I don't even know where my start is. It might be by your hand. Oh, it's down here. Look at this. Oh, I just want to sniff. Yeah, we're going to sniff this. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision right now.
Isn't that cool?
It is a half yard of Peddler's Blend 32 count linen from the Cauldron, which is by Dames of the Needle.
Yes.
And they had a full yard there. I bought this to do my Hawk Run Hollow Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow on. And I do have a start. And I'll show you guys that in a minute. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's gonna look so cool with all those spots on it. And then I may have called and said, hey, you still got that other half of fabric, because I think I'm going to also use the other half of that fabric for red, because I think it kind of looks like
and you won't even use the whole half for that.
Yeah,
so it'll be cool. Okay, are you going to show the stuff you got at
Cece's? Okay, so then, like I said, Cece's had a sale. So non-Halloween, I think I have like 2 non-Halloween things.
I don't have any non-Halloween from them.
I saw this Grace on Me from Plum Street, and I liked it. It's a house. Dad commented this week that I apparently like houses. I didn't realize that. Maybe it's true. I feel like I need to go back and look at the stash. It's like either alphabets or Halloween. That's what you get as a cross stitcher. Maybe a bird.
Yeah, you just have to figure out what to look for,
Yeah.
right?
Next is Saltbox Quilt Sampler, which is my other non-Halloween one.
And I've been looking at that one for a while and just had not gone ahead and gotten it.
So, like every piece of my stash, it's really not just mine. And vice versa.
I may have that already, though.
That would be funny. Okay, so then on to Halloween. Mom also picked up something from, is it Little Stitcher? Yeah, the Little Stitcher. I was going to say Little Stitch Girl, and I was like, nope, that's wrong. So this is from the Little Stitcher. And I think she has like a whole line of different witchy Halloween things. And
there were some really cute ones.
And we've both kind of looked at them every time we go in, and they're like, they're cute, but we for some reason didn't pick them up, and it was like, this was the perfect excuse.
Some of the other ones were sold out.
Yeah.
And the sale is only on what's in, so probably we'll have to get the other ones once they come back in.
Well, I think you've picked up 2 at least. Next, I got Scary 2 from Plum Street Samplers.
Which is really cute.
A bowl full of scaries. I got this one because our friend Athena just finished hers.
Oh, so cool.
And it looks so cool, yeah. She even took like a really cool like staged photo with her props all around it. Yes. I liked it. So anyway, she showed it to us like 10 minutes before we got to the shop, and then I saw this and I had to get it. So,
and hers is done on
orange.
Is it on purple?
No, it's like on a neutral. It kind of looks like old fabric, like tea stained or coffee stained or something like that. Then we have, a bowl full of scaries. Scary 1.
So Katie comes and shows me the things that she has chosen so far, and I'm like, oh, I looked at that one, and then I was like, oh no, it's gone. Kathy puts up a picture of the front cover as a place marker in her shop.
Yeah, I think so. She knows.
So that was there, and I was so disappointed that I didn't get the chart.
And then I had it.
And then it came home.
Next up is Witch's Brew from With Thy Needle and Thread, which I think is a brand new one.
Oh, and you'll have to get the spoon.
Oh, I didn't even see the spoon. That's cute. And then I also got, what is this one? Hilda Boo and Sunflowers 2, also from With a Needle and Thread.
These are both new this year.
Yes. And then this one is an old one that I had never even seen in the store before. And I think...
Which is really odd.
Yeah. And, but Cece's has like, I don't know. If you don't look in every single nook and cranny there, you miss things.
Yes.
And I mean...
And Halloween is kind of in a spot that's tight.
Yes.
And kind of hard to maneuver.
And I'm a big person, and I gotta watch where the junk in the trunk goes. So, sometimes I miss things because I'm watching out for that. But anyway, this is from Pineberry Lane, and it is Jiggity Jig.
That is so fun.
I love this. I've never seen this before. I'm like, it's just cute.
It is funny. We should call this the Gary episode because it's like all Halloween. Gary loves Halloween.
And then we have, I don't know, Autumn Harvest Sampler from Kathy Barrick.
Oh, I like that.
Mom was like, where did you find Kathy Barrick? Because
our LNS doesn't really carry a lot of it.
No, and so Mom was like, where did you find that? I was like, it's over by the Carriage House samplings. It was the one and only pattern, and I think it was the one and only copy of it there, and I was like, it's mine! And then another one that I kept looking at, because it was over by the Blackbird Designs, and I just hadn't picked up, was Spooky Stuff Button Sampler from Homespun Elegance. I really like Homespun Elegance's Halloween things. I like the colors they use and the...
What's the cute little thing down in the corner?
I think they're just buttons. They have like stars on them. Oh, that thing. It's a cat in a boot.
Okay.
Oh,
It was right. Okay,
it's
there's a little bar on our screen when we record, and it was right behind it.
it's this whole block motif, just done
Really tiny.
and in black.
Cute.
So. And then this was another one that I didn't know that our LNS had. I didn't even know that it existed. This is from Plum Street. I think it must be an older one. Oh, here, I'm going to do it from the side. And it is Bugs and Hisses.
Love it.
How cute. I like the little white pumpkin in there. I think I picked this one up actually for Mom because I went over and said, "Do you need this?"
This one is cute.
It's probably going to live in your stash. It is, Simply Scary from the Drawn Thread.
Love the drawn thread.
Yes. I already have a Halloween from the Drawn Thread,
I do too.
but like I've said, they intimidate me a little bit.
Oh, we're just going to pull them out and start them, okay?
So, yeah. That's why I'm like, this might go to Mom's stash because they just scare me just a little bit.
Have you even opened this one?
Nope.
Mm.
And then Pumpkins 3 from La Di Da is my last one that I picked up. And I think that's it for the stash.
Okay, look. Smyrna Cross. Here's what you do for the bird's beak. There's this herringbone cattail.
Uh-huh.
A satin stitch bat.
Now that herringbone cattail has 53 different instructions, people.
No, 54.
Oh.
Because 1, 2, So, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's this that you do to do the cat's tail.
Here,
So,
I'll stitch all the cross stitch, and then I'll hand it off to you to do all the specialty stitches, okay?
you can do this. These are just straight lines. This is not hard.
I couldn't even do what it's not a whip stitch. What's it called? The up and down and it creates the
Satin stitch?
Yeah, I couldn't even do the satin stitch, guys.
You did fine. You did fine. Okay, so is it time for my stash?
Yes, it's finally time for your stash.
Okay, I bought a chart that I'm pretty sure Lisa gave me. So I'm going to check my stash, and this may be a giveaway soon. But it's I Am a Stitcher.
And this is from Cecilia's.
Yeah. And this is from Cherrywood Designs. I wanted to get it where you could see it a little more. And then on the back, they show it in a pink and green color version. Well, out at the shop, they had it done like in all pink. And it was so pretty. And then the next one I got was Aspen Mandala.
Did you get
from
colors for it?
Ink Circles. And while I was there, I decided that I should get all of the floss. So these are the beautiful flosses that will go with this one. I just love them. Doesn't that scream autumn?
I love that Cecilia's has their threads so well stocked.
Yes, and it's so fun to go in because it's a whole big wall.
There are 2 walls.
Yes.
It's actually the same wall, but
both sides.
Yeah.
Right. You can get to both sides of it. And I showed you my little freebie from her. I'm just stuffing these in the back so they don't get separated because a lot of my stash hasn't been put away because I was waiting for stuff to go with it. Yeah.
Did you just lose something? Oh, it's okay.
Okay, then I got some different fabrics to try. So this is 32 count vintage light exemplar from Lakeside Linens. It's just a really pretty light linen. It's got some nice modeling. I think you're seeing that pretty well. I don't know that this will help behind it.
Oh, it does.
So that's what that one looks like. Will you fold those up as I finish, please? And then I got a 32 count Maritime White by Lakeside Linens. And some of these are like, I took the end cut that was there and just took the whole piece. So like this one is 9 inches wide and 17 inches long. So Maritime White, just a good creamy white. And I got these really just to try out the fabric. Then I got 36, that was 32. Then I got 36 count Pimento by From the Cauldron, who we said is Dames of the Needle.
Which I can tell you that since I have started stitching on mine, it is very nice to stitch on.
This feels good. So this is a fat eighth, 13 by 18. Look how pretty. I love this. It's kind of a nice light green. It's called Pimento. So it's kind of a nice aspeny green. Maybe this would be pretty on it.
Their fabric is a little more expensive than other people's fabric.
Yes. Then I got a piece of Belfast 32 count Petty Point, which is in the gray and white. Now, I have a piece that I want to do, and I have to figure out whether I'm doing it on this or the next one that I'm going to show you. And it's a little Christmas tree, and I will have oodles of this left.
I don't even know what you're doing on this. Are you doing Michelle's piece on this?
No, I just said.
I know you said
I'm looking at a little Christmas tree, and then I will decide what I'm doing with the rest. Then this is a fat eighth of 28 count Weeks gingham in Aztec red. This is the check. I love this stuff.
Every time we see these kinds of things, she's like, Katie, look, Katie, look. I guess.
So I need to do something with that.
I think this would make a great Christmas piece.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just have to figure out what I'm going to put on it. And then my big splurge, I started to say, oh, there's no tag. But this is Harvest Blessings from Seraphim Hand-Dyed Fabric by Laurie. And it's a 36 count, and I believe I have a half yard here. So, Kate, would you like
because Mom was like, which half should I get? I'm like, just get the whole thing. And Mom's like, okay.
Look at this. So it does look kind of harvesty in here.
Oh, that's the
kind of orangey and all that. But when we were looking at it in the store, it looked like it would be the best Christmas thing.
I think it just looks orangey because we have yellow light bulbs in this living room. We don't have pure white.
But it's got all that greenish, and I mean, I would have to play with it, but I will get some gorgeous stuff on here anyway.
I wonder if you could do something from like Prairie Schooler where they did like all 4 seasons or something.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just so pretty. I love it. So that was the big splurge. And then, okay, I'm going to let you finish, please, because I got to get my other bag out. And then at CC's. Oh, there's something else hiding down there.
Mom's like, what else did I buy?
Oh, look, a piece of fabric. Well, they had this in their $1.50. They're little extra cuts they've been putting out in a pile, and we can buy them. So this is a decent sized piece of fabric for $1.50, and mine is 28 count, and it's a twin for Lisa's. So Lisa's is 32 count. So, excuse me, from the Little Stitcher, I got the Witch's Brew. I love this. There we go. Oh, I should have taken everything out of bags. That's pretty good.
You're having a hard time with it. I was okay.
I think it's where I am. Look at my glasses versus yours. The next one I got is Pumpkin Potpourri by Scissortail Designs.
Potpourri, that's funny.
Well, I was reading scissor. Isn't that pretty? I love that. I think I like the one here by my finger. The little cushion. And then from Homespun Elegance, I have Delivering Autumn, which is one of the Country Spirits designs. Isn't that cute? I know, I think I have Delivering Winter or Delivering Spring, something like that. Then from the Cricket Collection, this is called Photo Finish Series. I have Witch's Moon. This is the funkiest looking thing. And it is so fun. There was another one in there that I may have to go back and get. And then I found this one, Alphabet from Hands to Work. I may have this in my stash already. And if I do, somebody will benefit from that.
We kind of stopped going through your stuff recently. We need to get back to doing that.
Yes, we do, because we've been discovering all sorts of fun stuff. So that was...
And then I get to steal more things.
So that was my stash from Cece's. Cecilia's and Cece's. Hard to get those both. I would like my fabrics back now, please. I said that with all the love in my heart.
Give them back now.
And Katie was saying that we've kind of stopped going through my stuff. I have a bunch of stuff bagged up. A bunch of patterns bagged up, and I have them alphabetically. So I could, if we wanted to make some extra videos after you're finished, I could start bringing stuff in and we could kind of cull through like a bag at a time and film it.
Well, and
would you guys be interested in that?
And Mom was also talking about how she wants to figure out what all her whips are and where they all are and see what she has started. So I was like, because we are going to film another section, not today, but later on this week to be uploaded later in the week. And I'm going to do a whip parade. And I was like,
and that
Mom,
should be fun.
I was like, Mom, you should do a whip parade and dig out everything and see what you have.
I did a whip parade at the beginning of the year. That's just the whips that I'm working on for 2020.
So yeah, I think you should pull them all out and show them everything.
I don't know that I've touched even half of the ones I pulled out because I've gotten like really motivated to do other things. So, okay, speaking of whips, we're on to our whips. You want to show yours?
Sure. So I have this one out.
Okay.
And like I said,
a big start here.
Yeah.
This is actually a start. So you get your own special section, right?
So this is Halloween at Hawker and Hollow, which many of you know. And they're going to have you hold this.
Yep. Love this. So this is what she bought the beautiful fabric for.
There it is. This is my big start on it, which you probably can't see very well.
I see it.
So this is actually the height of the first box. And then I started with the remainder of my floss on this top portion.
These squares are 92 stitches square. Oh, and
Yep.
yours says it.
Oh, that's nice. I counted.
I don't think mine did.
I counted it. But yeah. So big start. I think though what I'm going to do is probably outline all of these before I actually start stitching in the squares.
We'll see how long you do that.
I have patience.
I got some rows put in, and then I went ahead and just started stitching January, and that was it. So anyway, we'll talk about mine when I get there.
See, I'm good though, because I'm like, oh, I don't have to look at a pattern and I can just do this, and if we turn on a movie or something, then I'm good. So that was a start. This was my start for Lisa's birthday salad, because I was supposed to stitch on something that made me happy, and so this fabric so makes me happy. Also, it smells like coffee, and
yes.
So it's like
and a little
extra.
bit like maple. There's a big orangey spot in here, and it's like maple syrup.
I don't know,
because that's where Dad smelled and said, "Oh, it smells like maple."
His mom used to make maple syrup like
every Friday.
I was gonna say Sunday, so my day of the week was wrong, but yeah, like every week
they would have pancakes on Friday nights, and she would make. Yeah.
So he does not like the smell of maple
because it would be heated up.
Yeah. Okay, then I am getting closer to a finish on this. I didn't stitch a lot this week.
So good.
I'm working, so I filled in all of the clouds except for this one down here by the moon. And I started working on it.
Down here.
Yep.
It has some cute little things though.
So I have the rest of that the rest of those clouds. I have this banner left to go, and then I have to chart out James's name and info down there. But other than that,
it's pretty cute.
And you guys saw a lot of progress on this one during the 24 hours.
We had a lot of comments about the 24 hours. I think that it was easier to get through it because there were two of us here, and we could help each other along. And I got up every hour to move over by Katie to film. Now, Katie had to make herself get up.
Well, and it wasn't even that. I will also say that I hydrated a lot in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got up and moved and did things and took care of things.
This one I don't have a ton of progress on since the 24 hours, and just ignore this. I was just trying to get the thread out of the way. But I did go and I put another blue stripe on the edge there, and I counted in. So that's where that one is right now. But
That's
I've really,
cute.
I love this one. This is like my reward piece. It's really easy.
Whoops.
It's
Two of our cats don't like each
Yeah.
other very well. And they're girls. So it's a girl fight.
It is. Anyway, so where is it going with this? Oh, this is my reward piece. I enjoy stitching on this. The fabric is really nice to stitch on. The holes are easy to see. So this is what I'm going to get to work on after I finish the announcement, because the announcement is fine. I don't want to bitch too much about this, but the fabric. Yeah.
The fabric is difficult for her to work with.
So
maybe you need a hoop.
oh God, she's gonna try and convert everybody now.
Oh, I think the other thing that helped us is that we had some better snacks, and we drank some orange juice, and
Yeah, we had carrots and dip, and then we had, I didn't really even touch the junk food that much while we were doing it.
I had a piece of chocolate here and there, but not much. So
yeah, I had hot tamales, but
yeah.
in the morning I had donuts. I will say that the donuts, those really, really awful ones that are from Hostess, love them. But I didn't even really munch on those throughout the day. I had a couple in the morning, and that was it. I'm done now.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to pull yours over?
Actually, in just a second, because I just realized that the pattern is still out.
Okay, so my first one is in my Judy bag. Look how pretty this is. You can get a bag that matches mine, because I think she still has some. And the inside's all pretty. And that's at Judy's Project Bags and More. I love these. They're so well made, and Judy just takes care. And oh my gosh, you guys, look at my button. Am I getting it? Yep, there. Look at my button on this one. So stinking pretty. Okay, so this is what I worked on for Lisa's birthday sal, and I had already started it, and I worked on it last weekend during the 24 hours of cross stitch. This one is called Count Your Friends by Rosie and Me, and it's so pretty. It's adapted from My Daily Prayer, written by May D. Caswell on December 3rd, 1941, and I just love it. So I still have it clipped. Okay, this is where I started this week. And what I did was I came down, and I think I only worked on this on Lisa's birthday, and I did the words. So I've started making pretty good progress on that. I'm pretty happy with it. It's one that I just really enjoy working on. And I told you about my floss last week, but since I have the whole thing out, it is being stitched with Argyle socks. I love that, from Classic Colorworks. And my fabric is 36 count. There's my bag. 36 count stone from Fiber on a Whim. Look, Katie, I said it right.
Yay!
So that's one.
I'm having a little bit of a hard time actually using the fabric that I've bought in the stash, because I just wanted to stay there and be able to pet it forever and ever.
Then my next one is A Year at Hawk Run Hollow. And on Monday, when we went to Cecilia's, I had this all folded and now I can't get to it. I worked on filling in this pond on February. And I didn't quite finish it Monday. I didn't quite finish it on our trip, but I finished it when I got home. And so that is a finish.
Booking it, and she had actually pretty good light for most of the trip.
Yes, I had it in the hoop, and I was stitching along on it. So then I was really encouraged that I got that little mini finish, that one little block. So I started working on my April block. And I had, darn it, come on. Let me go this way. So I already had this back side of the house, the skinny part done, and I had the windows and the door on the bigger part. So I have filled in all the rest of that house. I did all of the bricks in there, and I did the roof up here on top, and I am working on filling in the roof. I also put in the black fence to the side and the one umbrella handle. There'll be another umbrella over there, but I wanted to get the one all the way in first. And I'm playing with my oranges and my reds in this because the DMC wasn't an exact color match. So anyway, lots of progress on that one this week. And I worked just a ton on it. I didn't bring my bag over here oh yeah, I did. That's in another Judy bag. This is my beautiful Judy bag. I love this one. I think she still has this fabric too.
One of my Judy bags is being washed currently because one of my cats decided to have a hairball fit.
Oh no. And then the last one I have, and maybe I should pull this out because
and it's a white Judy bag.
Oh, maybe I should pull this out because it's a little bit darker. This is Ichabod Seabury from The Primitive Needle. I love this chart. And it says, "Here lies ye body of Mr. Ichabod Seabury, died October 30th, 1788. Reader, death is a debt to nature due, as I have paid, so must you." And I am stitching mine on a piece of swamp fabric from Picture This Plus. I would say this is, I don't know if this is 36 or 40.
I feel like there are a lot of death and rotted and forgotten and everything.
Well, this is a tombstone, for
I know,
sure.
But as somebody who's enjoying stitching Halloween, I've just noticed that there's a lot more of those than there were 10 years ago when I was buying cross stitch.
I put something behind this so you'd be able to see. So what I did is I did this, let's see. I did Ye 30th in the white because I had a piece left over. And then I came down here and I filled in the black behind nature and realized that I had an oops on my spacing and I'm not taking it out. So I put the black in behind the word to also. And I have one little line started under debt of the black. But this is only 3 colors. And I love it. And it called for it in silks and I don't have the silks. So I just chose 3 colors that I like. So I have Weeks Dye Works Onyx. I have Sampler Threads Oatmeal. These are on my list to pick up today, Katie, because I'm almost out. So I have Weeks Dye Works Onyx. I have Sampler Threads Oatmeal. And I have Weeks Dye Works Sweet Potato, which with that green is the prettiest orange. I am way too short to film at the table with this so far away. But those are my 3 whips for this week.
I kept it far away because we both had half yard cuts of fabric.
And then we held them up way back here.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about our new...
Well, I was going to...
Oh, you want to do your book review?
Because I don't have a finish on cross stitch, but yesterday I had a finish on a book.
So there's still more after her book talk.
Is.
So stay around. She's not going to talk for long.
I really am not. But I just thought I'd share that I finished The Silent Companions. Also, I love this cover, and I think I need to do something with it that's cross stitch related. Because look at that. Is that just cool?
That's fun.
Don't you want to? And look at the house on the back.
Now, when you open it up, what does it look like?
Okay, so yeah, so there's a keyhole here. Ready? It's a person.
And she was staring at you.
She's looking at you. I actually think I have a picture where, yeah, I have my eye coming through the little keyhole. So anyway, this is actually an adult novel. I do read a lot of young adult. But this is an adult novel, and it's actually from a UK-based author. And I think the cover here in the US looks a little different. I ordered this from Book Depository, which is an international
which
book
our
supplier.
friends Chloe and Felicity use to send baby books to.
But you can get all
Keisha.
sorts of editions on there. You can get international editions of books on there. So if you ever don't like a cover of something, or you really like a cover of another one, go check them out. They'll have different versions. But
and they were reasonable, I think, for those girls to ship to us.
It's
too.
free shipping. Worldwide free shipping. The prices of the books are a little bit higher, but when you think about how much you spend on shipping plus the book anyway, then yeah. So anyway, this is an adult novel. It is, I would say it's a thriller, but it's not like a slasher thriller. The premise is that this woman, I think it's like 1865 is the date, or 1665, I can't remember. There are dates on every single chapter, and of course I didn't pay attention. It's like, oh, it's this person now. Anyway,
here, let me look.
There, Mama, look. She got married, and she is pregnant, and unfortunately her husband had some kind of accident and died, and she is being sent to the country where 1865. See? I was there. She is being sent to the country to his family's estate, which he had not been to his whole life until like the month before he died, and this is her first time being there. The whole village thinks that the place is cursed and they won't go there, they won't work there, and all the servants are a little off, and she goes and she ends up getting into this room and finds these wooden figures that are painted to look like these. Well, I think at first they find a little girl, and they eventually find a little boy too. So that's why there's a little boy and a little girl on the cover.
Don't give it all away.
It's on the cover. But anyway, she finds this figure, and it looks like her, and she's like, oh, that's really weird. And all of a sudden, the eyes move on this wooden figure, and they're called silent companions. And they find these journals that talk about, that's why they know that they're called silent companions, is because the person who originally bought them journaled about them. So it's this whole thing. They think that the eyes are moving. They think maybe the companions are moving. They're not sure. And the journal is also intermittently sprinkled throughout here. So you kind of get both sides of the timeline and how things happened. So
if you're interested, there's Katie's book recommendation.
Yes, it was very good. I will say it took me a long time to finish it just because time was an issue for me to actually get to read it. But
we're always busy.
Yes, but it was really good. So I would recommend. And it's not overly scary. Like, it's not like Stephen King scary or anything like that. It's a thriller, but yeah, I think it's pretty mild.
Okay. How about you talk about this?
Okay. Frogwarts. Excuse me. Many of you have seen the mug that
I was going to say, we should have pulled
all
the
the way over there.
It's right there.
Many of you have seen the mug that we sent in our Frogwarts box. It was the Journey to Hogwarts Journey to Hogwarts mug. I have to think Hogwarts Frogwarts. I spent over 100 hours on that artwork. And then the mug turned out beautifully, except I was a little unhappy with how Hogwarts was printed because the company who printed the mug just did not get the contrast up enough. Mm-hmm. And so you lost some of the detail. And so I was like, well, what else could we do? So we printed bookmarks where you can see the original artwork as it was drawn.
And this is a double, what do you call this, Katie? Because they've glued two pieces together.
Oh, I don't know. I just compressed.
Compressed, maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, look at the floating boats. So you can see on there's Privet Drive.
Yep.
And then the letters
King's
are coming
Cross.
in. And then there's Harry at King's Cross heading for 9 3/4 to get on Hogwarts Express to be taken to Hogwarts.
On the boats.
And the little boats going across.
And unfortunately, on some of the mugs, the boats just get lost. You see the little lantern dots where I had them on there, but you just kind of lose the boats. So
these are for sale on our
on our website here, and you can see, so yeah, this is a thicker bookmark, so it's actually 2 pieces of white paper with a black core in there, and they've all been pressed together. It's a really nice, thick bookmark.
And you can find this at theblackneedlesociety.com.
Yes, and Love You More Studio. I actually have them listed in both places.
We also have a few more. I think there were a couple mugs left.
3 last I checked.
And what else is left? Because I think you looked since I did.
There's 3 pieces of Letter from Hogwarts fabric.
Yeah.
And
32 count linen.
I think there are a few tote bags left.
There's some Norbert pulls.
Yes, the Norbert zipper pulls. We sold out of the house candles, and we sold out of the thread packs. Yes. Oh my gosh, those thread packs were gone like that.
And there won't be needle minders. You don't have extra ones of those.
No extra needle minders, no extra thread keeps. So I'm trying to think if there was anything else extra.
We're not sending more Jelly Bellies.
No more Jelly Bellies.
I think that's it, right? Yep. Okay, so let's move on and do this week's giveaways.
Okay.
I'm going to put a tag on them as we do them.
So, this week again, if you've missed the last 2 chances to win this pattern, use the word honey in the comments below to be entered to win Humble Honey. It's the Bee's Knees from Hands On Design.
We love this chart. It's so cute. We need to do a giveaway on, not a giveaway, a stitch along on this one.
Like, we're doing a giveaway. Next up is Virtue is Bold by Summerhouse Stitchworks.
I'm going to say we're going to use the word virtue.
Whoop. I'm going to say that the pattern started. Oh, wait, no. Also, we're sending along the freebie. That's what fell out. It wasn't the pattern. It's a freebie from Cecilia's, which is where we picked this up.
And it's from Needle Bling, and it's called...
Mini Stitching. Oh, it's What's in Your Jar.
And this one is stitching.
Yes.
So,
I'll take it. I guess I got rid of it. I have a tape measure that I was going to send with it, too.
With this? Yeah. Look, here's one. Cecilia's throws in some fun little things, but we already have some of these, so we'll send this along too.
Yeah.
And then
last up, okay, this is the wrong copy of this chart, but it's the same chart. So the last one you can win is Strawberry Fields Forever from Blackbird Designs.
And I think you probably just need to say Strawberry Fields.
Okay.
So, and that one...
This is Mom's copy, and I bought my own copy because I'd given up on her finding hers, and hers has handwritten notes in it.
You could tell that... You can tell that mine is... It's okay, you didn't show the whole thing. You can tell that mine is really... The condition is fine.
Yeah.
Because I'm not always real rough with it. But, yeah, I converted mine to Vicky Clayton silks. And that's what all of my notes are about.
So I'm keeping Mom's copy of the chart, and I'm giving away the copy that I bought.
Okay, so those 3 charts will be available for next week.
Yep.
I was telling Katie a little bit about Arbitrary August. I don't think I ever got all of it fully out.
Because she started... August is Arbitrary August. Oh! And then she stood up and she had to get something, and I never heard what this is.
So Arbitrary August basically means that you don't make plans. Okay. You just stitch on whatever comes up. A lot of people put them on a tiny decisions wheel. I
was going to say, I saw on Instagram that 2 Martini Stitcher had Arbitrary August on top of a tiny decisions wheel.
Yes. And some people do that in spin. I have a whole tub of whips that I wanted to get to this year. And I've really been having fun with the few that I've been sticking to. But what I might do here is arbitrarily spin my wheel. That is my 2020 whips. How many do I have on this thing? I have 31 options on here.
31 available? Because you have 2 blacked out.
Maybe 29 then. Because I have them set on non-repeating. It's a busy wheel. So let's see what it comes up with. And I'll decide if I want to work on that. Oh, Cotillion from Papillon Creations. I don't have much of anything done on that. And you see it has a black heart up there by it. That's because I struggle with this one a little. Um, but maybe I'll put it in the hoop and be okay.
The hoop is going to solve all her problems
Well,
ever.
okay, so my problem with this one is that it is, with Cotillion, is that it's on Picture This Plus fabric, that some of the older fabric that really shrunk a lot. Her newer fabric that you guys have all been getting and loving is more like what her fabric used to be like. There's a period in there where it just all shrunk so tight I couldn't see the holes. I gave away lots of my fabric.
And it pilled a little bit, I think. Like, it had extra little fuzzies sometimes.
Well, that comes from the dryer.
Yeah.
And you guys, you're going to get that on your pieces from her because she does wash and dry your fabric. It has been washed and dried and washed and dried. I think it's really been run through.
But on those ones with the smaller holes, it really makes it harder to see sometimes because the little fuzzies will just kind of gunk stuff.
So before you start, take your lint brush and just roller it.
Yeah.
And it'll be great because I think they quickly roller it, but just do that and you will be set to stitch on their fabric. And Marilyn's fabric is great. Her colors. She had an announcement this week.
Oh, yeah.
That she has to cancel some colors.
Well, I don't know if that was public, but as wholesalers, we got this email that a couple of the colors did have to be discontinued immediately because she's having a hard time. No.
She got dyes no longer available.
Yeah,
right?
I think she got an update from her dye supplier that the dye is no longer going to be produced. Some of her dye is still on back order, and so she had to cancel, I think, two colors permanently, and then two of her colors are going to change. I think Whirlpool and another one.
I can't remember.
The formulas are going to change, so they're going to look a little bit different.
Right. And then the supplier, Zweigert, is no longer going to make opalescent 36 or 40.
Yeah.
So the Newcastle and the, I just lost it. What's 40 count? Edinburgh and Newcastle. Those will no longer be available in opalescent.
Yes.
Which... Why do you need opalescent on those?
I have opalescent on those.
No, I'm just joking. They're beautiful.
I have opalescent, but mainly just because it was there, and I was like, I can do opalescent.
Oh yeah, and they're beautiful. Yeah, they're beautiful.
I'm stitching Indigo Lane on a 40 count opalescent.
Ooh, there's something random for me. Maybe I need to borrow that and start it.
Yeah, no, I'm stitching it. I haven't started.
The other thing, Katie, that I've been thinking about is... next year is going to be, there are a lot of people talking about doing no new starts in 2021.
Good luck on that.
So what do you think? Could you start enough projects this year to keep you going all next year?
I don't know. I've already started a lot of projects, which you'll see in the whip parade that we'll do later this week. But I mean, I started Hawker and Hollow. That's going to take a long time. I don't know. We'll see. It means also like kitting up a lot of things this year, and I don't know. I don't want to. For me, I don't stitch a lot, so I just want to be able to stitch on whatever the heck I want to stitch on, and I don't want to restrict myself. But I think a lot of the people doing that probably already have a lot of whips, and they're not like me.
The one thing that I thought is that if I did it, I would make the exception that I could start things if they were for somebody else. Because what I would be worried about not starting are things like if we were doing exchanges. I would want to be able to choose something for the theme. Now, if I had something going that I could pull and just continue, maybe I would do that, but I would want to make sure that I could do that. And I thought of one other exception. Oh, the model. Any model stitching that I did would not be considered a new start because it's not for me. Yeah. So, like that one over there that I did. So, but those would be my exceptions, and it's not like I do a ton of exchanges, and we
really do the one exchange for Show Me, and that's about it. I think though, I can already hear her next year saying, I want to start all these Americana pieces in the summer.
I just need to get everything started this year and then I can work on all of it next year. But it would be a plan. That's part of why I want to pull out all my whips and see what I have going so I can decide if I want to do that or not.
I feel like I have very few things kitted up at the moment. Not few, but I kitted up what I was going to start for this year. Otherwise, nothing is really kitted up. Red is kitted up. And once I pick up that fabric.
Mom and Dad have bought her as gifts and put all of the floss in with.
Yes.
Then. Yeah.
And I just had to buy my own fabric for that. Which
I feel like
finally did.
I feel like it's a personal choice. Yes. And I probably wouldn't have chosen that for you.
I know. I like the fabric. I have another piece that I had pulled for it, and both Mom and I were like, maybe not on it. I can't even remember what the fabric was. But I like this so much better. I think it looks like
it would be so cool.
Like there could be a wolf in those woods. I didn't talk about my plans for the week.
You'll have to do a floss toss and see if everything works.
Since they bought me not only all the flosses, they also bought me the Karen collection things that go with it, which I know are technically flosses, and all of the charms, like all of the. Did you just get the
treasures?
Pack? Did you just get the pack?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I have like the whole thing. I could do the whole thing. Who wants to stitch a Mirabilia with me next year?
As soon as you get your fabric, right?
Yes. Which somebody has a pattern on order there, so we have to drive down and pick it up anyway.
The other thing that might trip me up is that there are things like I would want to do the New Year New Start, but I could start it on Christmas, and then like this year.
What about Mania?
Well, it would be a whip mania.
Okay.
This year we started a new block every month for Hawk Hollow. Although you saw I did not even start my July block because I decided I was too far behind and I'm just trying to catch up. So I'm hoping to make a finish, and I will probably work on that again this week because I'm not that far from finishing April, and then I need to do May and June. And now July.
I'm trying to decide how many whips I have. Like, because I have a lot of whips in the Halloween issues. Yeah, I have a lot of whips in the Halloween issues. And in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, most of them are small things. But I do have a couple of bigger ones. Like, there's a big primitive hair one that's this town of Halloween. And I have one from Silver Creek Samplers. That's all these, spinny words and... it's a bigger one, so I don't know. I'm trying to decide like how many big projects I have versus how many small projects I have that I started this year. We'll find out. We also, I'm not gonna lie, we have not decided what the prize is for anybody who commented how many alphabets were in that video.
Oh yeah, we forgot.
But since we're going to do another video, we will figure out a prize.
And since that was a special video, we'll put everything in the next video.
Yes. When I do my whip parade, we will have a prize then. We will announce the winner of the alphabet challenge in that video. And yeah.
So if you didn't watch Katie's Stash Dive, you should go back because she tells you at one point there are 2 bags that you're counting alphabets in.
Yes.
And you need to tell us how many you think there were, and then we'll put everybody with the correct number on a wheel and spin it like we have been. And I don't know that we put a cutoff time on it.
Nope.
But here's going to be our cutoff time when we get ready to film. And you won't know when that is. It'll probably be...
I would think like Tuesday or Wednesday.
I would too. So if you go back and watch that video and count alphabets... You can hear Katie talk about what you're supposed to count.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and count and give us a number.
We kind of make up the rules for it as we go along. So you do actually have to watch.
We are a little slap happy because it was at 10 o'clock on Friday night.
Leading into midnight. We didn't finish that one until midnight. Yeah. Actually 12:30. But yeah, we even counted...
And then we did 24 hours the next morning. Yeah.
But we even counted alphabets that were on the backs of certain patterns. And yeah, so... But I think every time I was like, and here's an alphabet.
So you just have to pay attention to how many times Katie said, here's the alphabet.
Yeah.
So, I can't think if there was anything else. I know there was something else I was thinking of. Hey, Katie and I like the Ray Dunn mugs. Here's one.
Yeah, mine currently has breakfast stuff in it.
Okay, here's one. There's one out that is purple that says magic. And there's one out that's orange that says wizard.
Is it orange? I think it's
There are purple and orange ones that say
green.
magic and green, yeah. And I want a purple one that says magic. So if anybody finds one and is willing to go ahead and buy it and ship it to me, we'll send you money for it. We'll even probably print you the mailing label.
Yes, because I get great deals on postage.
So all you have to do is just contact me. If somebody finds that, I will buy it. And if you get more than...
You will make her day.
Yes, and if more than one of you do it, I will buy all of them because we will use them at our house, either for us or we will use them for prizes
Yeah.
at our Frogwarts retreat later on.
Yeah.
So that would make my day. And really, any of those Halloween ones
Any
that are
Halloween
purple or
I
orange or
want
green.
a Hocus Pocus mug, guys.
Oh, yeah. So the purple, orange, and green ones, we're dying over those, and we can't find them yet.
I would take a plain colored Hocus Pocus one. I
So.
just want one that says Hocus Pocus.
Which would be fun. See,
Yes.
we could use 2 of those as well. Because we're not big
We're not
Ray
Ray Dunn
Dunn
junkies.
No.
Yeah, but we like the
Some
mugs.
things were like...
Really for us, it's just the mugs.
I drink a big 16 ounces of coffee, and I can get 16 ounces in here, plus my little splash of milk and a little bit of sugar that I put in, all in here.
It's lovely. They're really big,
And
good mugs.
If you've never seen these,
Yeah,
I
sorry.
won't show the inside.
That's my mug, and I was
well, it
drinking
was-
coffee
yeah.
out of it.
So it's wonky around the edge.
Yeah.
This is not a perfect mug. And it's wonky down here. They're not supposed to be perfect.
No,
So
they're supposed to look handmade because they used to be, and they're not anymore. But they're really tall. Everybody kept talking about how big the Frogwarts mug was. It's actually not as big as the Ray Dunn mugs.
I can't get all my coffee in it. So anyway, I think that's about it. Do you?
That was total rambles.
Yes.
Oh, but I didn't even talk about my plans.
Oh, well, you started talking and then we got off on a ramble.
So my plan for this week is to finish Keisha's baby sampler. Because really there is not much left. I think though it's going to take a few hours just because it's long bands of yellow back and forth and then the charting. So that's my plan, is to finish that. And if I get that finished, I will either stitch on Sweet Cup of Liberty or on Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. But with that one, I'm probably just going to do the borders, and Mom's going to laugh at me if I change that and actually start stitching on one of them.
Well, on Thursday, I think you should go into the box.
I don't know.
How about that? Because Thursdays are Hawk Run Hollow Thursdays.
But I don't know. I like to do all of the outlining. Like I did the Lizzie Kate Flip It series, and with those, I outlined all of them. I don't know. I like having the structure there.
You could do mine.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good to do mine. I stitch backwards from her. So every time she's like, you could stitch on this, I'm like, I cross my X's differently.
You just turn it sideways. Actually, you would be okay on mine, but that's another story.
Okay.
So anyway,
I think that's it.
now that she's given you her
plans. You spun. Do you have any other plans other than that?
I didn't spin for my I'm supposed to take a picture there. For my 10 and 20. I did not work on the stocking. The stocking has got to get worked on.
Maybe you should put it in a hoop.
I might, and it'll help. Look what came up! Our house!
I have no idea what that is.
That's your pattern!
Oh, my housewife! I've told her she can't.
I love that you don't know what your own pattern
I
is.
took it before I was really stitching. If you call it the housewife one, I know that. But yeah, she keeps saying, "Oh, I need to steal that pattern from you." I'm like, "You can't steal any more patterns until you finish housewife."
It's gorgeous, and you guys will love it. And I will pull it out this week, and maybe I will try and get a length or so in. You know what I should do is dedicate 1 hour every morning to stitching, and I could work on Brendan's stocking. That's the only thing I can work on in the morning is Brendan's stocking. And just for 1 hour, set a timer, be done, then get to work on whatever else for the day. What do you think? Sound like a plan?
I feel like other things are going to pop up and you're going to be like, oh, I'll just skip it today. She does not like working on the stocking.
It's 3 strands of floss. It's 3 strands over 2 on like 32 count even weave. It even pains me to say it.
I think a tingle went down her spine saying that.
And it's a terrible copy of it.
What is it? Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
But here's my incentive now. I showed it to Brendan on his birthday, and he was so thrilled. And I got to tell him all the places that it had been, and it was, I mean, he was really excited. So poor kid is 21 now. It's time that he has something that is not pink and girly. Although this one is still pink. For whatever reason. It's a boy's bedroom, and the whole dresser is in like, I mean, they're reddish, but they're pinks. So, anyway.
Well, as we all learned from my pattern, the Philosopher's Stone has pink in it, and it still looks red. The pink is just highlights.
Yeah, there we go. So, I really don't have that much more to do on it. It's just one section is very concentrated, so I'm really going to have to get it all stitched in there, and then I have to do the blocks at the top and the little lines of wallpaper. Not a whole lot.
Did you say back stitching?
Well, that's implied.
Okay.
It's a ton of back stitching. That's the other reason I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's it.
We finally done? I think that's the 3rd time we've said we're done.
Do you believe us this time?
Fool! No.
Catherine, you're so rude to our guests. So thank you again for joining us. Please click the like and subscribe.
Or run away screaming, either one, you know.
And if you click the thumbs down, that's okay too. And I delete rude comments.
Yes. I had to explain this week to Mom what a MILF was. Because of trolls.
You didn't even have to mention that, really. But, yeah.
Troll life. Yeah.
So, we got rid of that. We seem to have a couple that keep popping up, and that's okay. The thumbs down don't really bother me. I know that I have clicked the thumbs down and then had a panic attack going, no, no, no.
You sound like that cat on YouTube. No, no, no. Do you want to take a bath? No, no, no.
Here's the secret. If you click the thumbs down and you don't mean to, after you have your freak out, stay calm. Don't close out your window. Simply go back in and tap it again, and that will get rid of it, and then tap the thumbs up. And you will be fine. They will never know that you clicked it.
No, no, no.
Stop it. Bye.